Have you noticed this? You're better now, at least on paper. You survived burnout. You went back to work. You answer messages. You function. You even laugh sometimes. But when people get close, something inside you shuts down. And you don't say it out loud, but you start wondering what's wrong with you, why you don't feel the same anymore, and why connection feels so heavy now. If that's you, stay with me, because nothing is wrong with you. What you're experiencing has a reason, and I know that because I've been through this myself. Burnout doesn't just drain your energy, it changes how safe the world feels. We like to talk about burnout as if it's just exhaustion. Take a break, go on vacation, rest more, do self-care. But burnout isn't just being tired. Burnout is what happens when your nervous system learns survival instead of safety. And that changes everything, especially how you relate to people. Up to this point, you might be thinking, okay, this makes sense. Burnout changed me. But here's where it usually gets uncomfortable. Because what burnout takes from you isn't just energy. It takes your sense of safety with people. And this is the part most explanations skip. After burnout, connection itself can start to feel threatening. Not logically, not consciously, but in your body. Your nervous system learned something very specific. Closeness costs too much. Feeling too much hurts. Needing too much is dangerous. So even if your mind wants people again, your body pulls back. And if you don't understand this, you start blaming yourself instead of listening to what your system is actually trying to do. Protect you. During burnout, your body learns a very clear lesson. Don't feel too much. Don't need too much. Don't hope too much. Because hope costs energy. Expectations hurt. Closeness creates demand. So even after burnout ends, that lesson stays. You might want connection again, but your body says, not yet. This doesn't mean you became cold. It means you became protective. After burnout, connection doesn't feel warm and natural anymore. It feels like work. Someone texts you, hey, let's catch up. And instead of excitement, you feel tension. Your system immediately starts scanning. What will they expect from me? How much energy will this take? Will I have to perform? Will I have to be upbeat, available, supportive? Will there be space for who I really am right now? I remember sitting next to people who had done nothing wrong to me. They were kind. They were safe. They were genuinely good people. And I felt nothing. No warmth, no pull, no desire to connect. That scared me. I remember thinking, maybe I'm broken. Maybe something in me shut down for good. But I wasn't broken. I was healing. Burnout doesn't just leave you tired. It leaves you without trust. And we don't talk about this enough. Burnout often happens to people who were strong for too long. People who carried more than their share. People who adjusted, adapted, held everything together. People who kept showing up, even when they were empty. At some point, your body makes a decision. I will not open again without safety. So connection after burnout doesn't disappear. It becomes selective. You start realizing that you don't want small talk with no depth anymore. You don't want surface-level closeness. You don't want roles instead of honesty. You don't want relationships where you feel unseen, unheld, or slowly drained. And that realization can feel terrifying, because you used to be easy to connect with. You used to be open, available. Now you're not. But hear this carefully. You didn't lose your ability to connect. You lost your tolerance for unsafe connection. That's not dysfunction. That's discernment. This is especially hard in environments where connection comes with unspoken rules. Be positive. Don't be too much. Don't slow things down. Don't make it uncomfortable. Stay productive, even emotionally. But after burnout, you're too tired to pretend. Your body refuses to pay that price anymore. So if connection feels harder now, this is not regression. This is transition. You're moving from automatic connection to intentional connection. From survival-based relationships to choice-based relationships. Yes, connection might look different now. Slower, quieter, less frequent. But it's also truer. I want to say this clearly again. I know what I'm talking about. I've been through this myself. I remember being afraid that I would never feel deeply connected again, that something essential in me had shut down, that I had become too complicated, too distant, too much. But the truth was simpler. I was no longer willing to give myself away where I wasn't held. And if this video hit a nerve, don't scroll away. I want you to do something uncomfortable for a second. Write one sentence in the comments finishing this thought. After burnout, I stopped pretending that. Don't overthink it. One sentence. Raw. Honest. That comment isn't just engagement. It's a signal to yourself and to the algorithm that this conversation matters and that more people need to hear it. If you're still here, stay with that feeling for a moment. You don't need to fix it right now. Just notice what landed. This isn't content you rush through. It's something you let settle. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it.